So going into your background now, you just said something that really talks about your journey because you talked about how sometimes you have these setbacks and you don't realize that they're prepping you for the next thing that you don't see coming. And I think a great example of it is as a musician, man, like getting on an off-Broadway show is one of like the pinnacles of where you'd want to be, and you had it, and then you lost it. But then you
Mm.
got it back, you know what I mean? And so it was one of those things where you didn't realize it was setting you up for something future. So talk about like looking back at that experience, man, because I think we all look at those things where I try to be a believer in not that everything happens for a reason, but it also happens when it's supposed to happen. So you're ready for that lesson. So obviously you weren't ready for stop the first time, but it wasn't because you weren't meant to be there. You just had to have a little bit of faith to know that it was going to come at the right time in your life, but it eventually came.
Man, you did some digging, man. I thought you were gonna just Google the like 4 years later. You went back. Googled and took you back. He brought up the old stuff. So yeah, audition. I'm gonna make it quick. Audition for Stomp in Boston. 900 people in Cambridge, Boston. Boom, brick cold outside, brick outside. Boston. Stomp said we're only taking 8 people. There's 900, 8 people, eight. There's 8 spots available in this wonderful show that I want to be on. I used to see on TV. I want to be on. 8 people. You have to make it through Monday through Sunday. Boom. If you don't hear your name called, thank you for coming out. People came from everywhere, Nick. Everywhere. I heard my name called first in my group. They took like groups of 20 to show them a routine. You got to do it. There's 3 of y'all go do it in front of Luke and Steve, poor Lisa, rest in peace, mama. Ivan, Fiona, everybody. You had to do it in front of them, right? I heard my name called first every day. Elec Simon, boom. Got my stuff, went back to my hotel. Elec Simon, boom. Here comes Friday. I was like, uh-oh. I'm in the room with some of my best friends now today. Chris Rubio, Steven Serwacki, Spock, Jeremy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the room with them. And then it's like the last 60, 40 some people, 40, 60 people. They say this is the last day, it's Sunday. I'm like, there's still 60 people and there's only 8 that's getting called. What are we talking about here? My name got called fifth. I was fifth after, I think after Wack. No, after Michael Oakley. Mike Oakley. My name got called. I said, wow, I'm in Stomp. That is crazy. I said, I'm in the show that I've seen and manifested. I'm in this show. Fast forward, boom, happy, calling everybody back in Ohio. Hey, love you. Hey, I made it. Boom. Everybody cheering. Even the haters who said, "Oh, dude, that's show. You're a good drummer, boo. You're not that good, bro." Like Stomp, you're talking about Stomp. They was the first ones like, "Hey, man, I knew it." No, you didn't know nothing. Anyway, fast forward, Nick. Here's rehearsal. 8 weeks rehearsal in there, killing back, knees hurting. We, you learn. I'm learning the show. I'm getting ready going. I was learning the role as Ringo. I was learning Ringo and Particle Man. A week before I went to the show, I woke up one morning, and I was like, my back. I was like, oh, something's going on. That little tingling, my feet was tingling. I went to rehearsal, got on a train, Harvard Square, got on a train in Boston. Went down there. I told Bill Ferry, he was the company manager at the time. Bill Ferry had a little diamond earring. He always had a black scarf on because it was cold. It was Brit. I was like, Bill, I need to sit down. He said, what's wrong? I was like, I can't move. And rehearsal started. I remember telling Ivan, I call him Pop, Ivan Corlisa. Rest in peace. Corlisa just passed. The woman who, her and her husband, Ivan, is one that taught me the first time around. She just passed in Vegas, young. And I remember I said, Mama, I can't. She's like, well, just sit down. I was like, oh, I can't. I was like, I can't. I need to go to the hospital. Bill Ferry takes me to the hospital. X-rays come out. My back is like this, bro. My lumbar was like this, shifted. It's like, your thing needs to be up here. So then they gave me a shoe lift to put a shoe lift in. Fast forward. Company manager, I'm getting ready to go in to start the show. I'm getting ready to do the show in 4 days. There's like, Elec, you're going in. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm lying like I'm like, my back, I'm not ready to do this. I'm about to be cooked. Company manager calls me. Elec, hey, Elec, just, I'm like, oh, snap. He said, hey, man, you're a liability. This ain't going to work. We're sending you home. What? You're sending me where? After all this, I didn't made it through the audition. Made it through 8 weeks of rehearsal, ready to go in the show, and you're saying because I got this lawyer, yeah, we just can't have you back, man. I said, whatever, man. I'm mad at the world. Go back, go back home to Ohio, right? Go back home to Cleveland. Boom. And then one of my best friends now, who is in the city, one of the best performers in the world, Nick Young, got up the phone. He has a studio on 105th in Harlem, on 105th. Stomp brought him in. He didn't have to. They auditioned him off Luda and brought him in. That's how me and Nick met, because he kind of took my spot. And yeah, his name's Nick too. I'm mad. 2 years back in Ohio, boom, Cleveland, boom. I'm doing little shows here and there. Listen, A-game listeners, listen. The hardest thing in the world is you seeing the commercial of the show that you made it in, and it says, "Stop coming to Cleveland at the Playhouse Square. Get your tickets now." I'm getting ready to throw up. I said, God, why? Stop believing. I was like, I ain't no God. Stop believing. Was borderline atheist. I was like, man, get out of here. Thought about suicide, the whole nine. I still went and seen Stomp. I said, hey, y'all, they said, Elec, we got you tickets. My boy Chris Rubio. Seen him in Toledo. Seen him in Cleveland. Seen him in Columbus. Seen him in Akron. I'm in the audience like, hey, that's my boy. People like, this dude say he know him. Those are my friends. I made it in the show with them. Man, you don't know them. You know how hard knowing them, and you made a rehearsal and you're part of family, you're in pictures. I was carrying pictures around on purpose just to prove to them. Then after the show, I was going backstage, Nick. I don't mean to keep rambling. I'm sorry. I know we got to go back and forth.
No,
I'm
this is
sorry.
good.
Because it bothers me. That's when you brought this up. Like, oh, here we go. I would go backstage, and people say, oh, maybe he does know him. Go backstage, take a million pictures I can. You know, with a picture, you got to take it to CVS, get printed out.
Yeah.
Boom. It's early 2000s, 2003, right? 2002, before I moved to New York. And Stump's coming to Toledo. I'm going. Right? People didn't believe me. Like, I know them, but I'm trying to, I'm in my seat trying to watch the show, and I'm doing the routines. I'm doing my line. I'm like, and this lady, I'll never forget, this lady was like, sir, could you quit moving? I'm like, sorry, ma'am. I was like, I was part of this show. She's like, really? She's like, what are you doing here then? That cuts you deep, because you don't know the strange. She's like, you used to be, so what are you saying out here with us then? Oh my God. Just talking about this makes me want to go run through the wall. You're gonna make me go to evening training tonight, man. I'm already trained already. Go backstage, boom, boom. I was hoping I was gonna see that lady in the lobby when I walked back out from seeing my boys, right? Didn't see her. So whoever that lady was, she still thinks to this day, which was 18 some years ago, he's lying. This guy wasn't in that show. Stuff like that bothers me. People's like, this lady, who cares? You don't know. Fast forward, boom. I get a call. I'm at my darkest moment. That's when I started doing school assemblies, y'all, on the A game. Started doing school assemblies. I picked myself up a little bit, but was still mad, still had suicide at the back of my head. I'd have seen Stomp in Ohio, Cleveland a million times, boom, boom. I was in a store getting ready to go somewhere with one of my frat brothers. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I'm a Sigma right here. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And I was with, I forget what, it might have been Pete Hornbuckle, I think. I get the call from Fiona, one of the original cast members for Stomp. My phone rings. Her name pops up. Heart drops. I said, hey, what's up? Now, 2 years have passed, right? I said, hey, what's up, Fiona? She said, hey, Elec, how are you? She lives in Brooklyn. She's from London. She said, hey, we're having auditions again in New York. We kept you on file. How's your back? It's fine. What day? Nick, it's fine. What day is it? She's like, she said, it's next Thursday. I dropped everything. I had 3 shows, dropped everything. Mind you, I was doing school shows then. I had to pick myself up, doing me and my boy Adrian Martin. Adrian Martin was the first Elec Simon and friend who went around the school with me. Adrian Martin. Shout out to Adrian from Akron, Ohio. Dropped everything. Got a ticket to New York. Fire is in my eyes. The line on Second Ave in St. Mark's, down about Second Ave in St. Mark's, right off the 6 train, right after place. 1,600 people. This is New York, wrapped around the building. I said, "Oh God, here we go." Hey guys, what's up? Scott Whittingham came. Hey guys, what's up? To Scott. Tim Grassel came out. Hey guys, my name is Tim. Company manager. Boom. We're taking there are 8 spots. We want to keep 3 people in New York and 5 people go on the U.S. tour for this season. I said, they're taking 8 again. I'm sitting there. They're greeting me. Everybody, all the stompers in the front house and the producers. They're, hey, Elec, how you hugging me? So people online are like, how they know this guy already? Didn't talk to nobody. Had my coffee. Other people got their sticks out. They're drumming. Or, hey man, so where you from? From Kansas City. Where you from LA? I ain't talking to nobody. I had a thermal shirt on. Had a beanie hat. It was brick in New York. Had a beanie hat on. Had a flannel. I was ready. Made it through. Had to make it through. And I seen Luke and Steve, the creators of the show. Hey, Elec, how are you? London accent. I'm hugging. He's like, you good? I'm good. And I wanted to say, why are y'all making me do this again? You know, I didn't say, I just did it. I redid everything. Like Ali, I got my belt back. I redid everything. So Nick, made it through Sunday. New York, there's 300 people on the last day still that they're going to go through. We're only taking 8. I said, what are we talking about? What's going on? Can y'all just tell me I made it? Nope. Guess what? Name got called 6th this time. Oh. I broke down crying like a baby and said, thank you, Jesus. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. I said, man, I said, you put me through the test. I'm telling you, did that. Nick, call my mom, call my aunts. I got a big family. Carter, boom, I made it back in. Made it back in. Elec, you made it in Stomp after 2 years on retirement. But then here's the thing. They said, Elec, we want you to be in New York. New York is written all over your face. Moved to New York City 2003 and did 6 shows a week in New York City and Stomp for 10 years. Well, did 7 years in New York, did the tour for like 3, and then came back to New York to fill in and did like New York like another year and a half. Because once you in Stomp, you can fill in and stuff. So yeah, total at the Orpheum Theater, 10 years total. And went on the tour and did it with the people that I made it in with. Actually, ain't that crazy? And when I hit Ohio, did every place. Akron, did Cleveland, did Columbus, did Toledo. I did all them places where the arenas that I was sitting in, getting ready to wanting to cook somebody, just angry, right? Did all of them again. So anybody watching this, I know it was a long story. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I don't like to take the whole hour. Please forgive me. But I'm telling you, if you have a setback, if you really believe, if you know in your spirit that you're supposed to be there, if you're a fighter, wanting to be on a big card or whatever, if you're a musician, business owner, real estate, if you know you're supposed to be there, and if you keep cooking, staying afloat, you're gonna be mad. I was mad. I told you I almost committed suicide a couple times sitting in my truck. I wanted to go get this gun from this dude and blow my cap completely back, but I didn't do it. A little voice was like, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. And I didn't do it. I waited it out and got that call. That call came out of nowhere. It was like 2 PM. I was in like Gable Brothers or something like that on a store. Out of nowhere. That's what they say. That biggest blessing is going to come out of nowhere when you're least expecting it. I'm telling you. Did it, Nick. Did the show. And like, I mean, that was, yeah. Like, I know we're on a podcast. Let me see something. I know your editor can do something. I know he can do something.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Look at that, man. That's in the city.
Sick.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Give me goosebumps, dude. I just got chills.
Sorry, editor. I know you got to edit this out.
Nah, he's good. Ilya, he's gonna love this, man.
You like this ghetto interview? I'm sorry, bro.
No, man. Hey, man. First off, you said you're sorry like 10 times. I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody told me. Don't ever apologize for sharing something that can inspire other people and something that you're passionate about, man. Because somebody needed to hear that. I loved it. There was no point of any words you were sharing that I was hoping you were gonna rush or stop, man. I was hanging on every word. You're an amazing storyteller, and I'm very grateful you shared that. I don't want to ever hear an apology for you sharing your story like that, man, because it's a powerful one. I want to hear it.
Thank you, man. It was deep. When you said when you started talking about it, I was like, oh, he Googled that and it took him there. I was
Yeah,
like,
well,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
a Google. I do my research. I
Oh, you
don't
did
just
your
believe
research.
brother. Yeah,
You
yeah.
went down deep. You
Yeah, I
called one of
don't.
my cousins. You might have called my mom and say, Miss Vicky, I need to talk to you for a minute.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. So that was
Well,
it.
I'm
That
glad
was
you're here,
it.
man. And I'll bet one of those shows in Ohio, that lady was sitting there tapping the person next to her, being like, "I sat next to that dude a couple years ago."
Never thought about that, bro.
She
I
was
never
there.
thought about that.
She
I
saw it,
never
man.
thought about, but you know what I mean about that. Like that
Yeah.
bothers you. Like when you can't prove something to somebody, it's just like you, okay. It's just like you say, hey man, my name's Nick and I do jujitsu. This guy told me he does jujitsu, man. I don't believe him. And then I walk away, and then your professor or somebody who's big into jujitsu or whoever says, "Hey man, what's up, Nick?" And they shake you and they give you a hug, but I'm already gone. So you say, "Look, man, I told you," but I'm already gone. Things like that bother me, where I
Yeah.
can't prove, and I got to stop doing that. I got to stop trying to prove. I can't prove it to you. I want to, and I got to stop. I'm getting better at it, but I'm working on it. I'm
Man,
working on
you're a beautiful work in progress, man. I respect every bit
I'm
of it, man.
trying. I'm trying, bro. It's hard out here. It's hard out here, man. Definitely, bro.
So
All right,
that
what's
turns over
next question?
to
I'm ready. I'm
yeah.
ready. I'm
So
ready.